Code Sports Talk. Andrew Wright, that is my name. This segment is going to be about the hire of the San Francisco Giants. Barry Bonds is now a new special advisor. I am so excited about this hire. I was really saddened about last year when he was actually signed by the Marlins, and he wasn't signed by the Giants, who have an opening, not necessarily a manager or coaching position, but someone that could have been a special advisor. So anyway, this time he is now on the Giants. I'm super excited. I think this is a great hire. For those of you who were wondering where Barry Bonds was, he was fired by the Miami Marlins as the hitting coach this past season. He only did one season. And let me just give you this, why I think Miami pulled the trigger way too early. Miami was 4th in the majors in batting average, with a .263 batting average. If you had a baseball player hitting .263, he's in your starting lineup every single day. Okay? But the runs scored were at a premium, in Miami ranking with 27th in that category. That's 27th out of 30 teams in the Major League Baseball, and they're 27th. So they fired him because they're not scoring runs. But let me show you this. So because of a ton of runs last year, Miami's not getting them from Barry Bonds. That's not Barry Bonds' job. He's the hitting coach. You have a coach who is on third base. You have a coach who is on first base. And those coaches are supposed to help you with base running. So if you want to blame anyone for the run stat, it should be the first and third base coach on your team there, Mattingly. Yeah, Dodgers. That's why they got rid of him. He goes to the Miami Marlins and does the same thing. It's exactly why the Giants won 3 World Series, and the Dodgers, who were supposedly the best team at that time, still couldn't win a playoff game. Anyway, I feel very strongly about that. So I think Barry Bonds is only going to be an advisor for this 1 year, though. And the reason being is not because of how good Barry Bonds will be, which I'm going to tell you why he will in a second. The reason is because the Giants' current hitting coach, Hensley Meulens. I want to make sure I got that right. Sorry, his last name is kind of spelled weird. He is currently the Giants' hitting coach. He is the manager in the World Baseball Classic for the Netherlands, who were a very big surprise to even get in the semifinal, let alone in the second round. So the Netherlands have really risen up to the top in World Baseball Classic, and it's all because of Meulens. He brought that team together. So he definitely is going to have a manager job. Oh, by the way, he won 3 World Series with the San Francisco Giants as he started with them in 2010, which they won that year, then in 2012 and 2014. So he's doing something right, I'm assuming, because you can't win 3 World Series championship by not being a decent coach. But he's managing the heck out of the Dutch team extremely well. They did a great job, even though they did end up losing to Puerto Rico just yesterday. But this is how I know that Barry Bonds is going to be successful with the Giants as their hitting coach. And I say that because they're going to be a special advisor. Barry Bonds now has the experience as a hitting coach. And when Meulens leaves, who's going to be there? Barry Bonds. And he's very capable of doing it. First things first, he knows how to hit at AT&T Park. He played there for 15 years. He has one of the best batter eye in the history of the game. And I'll tell you this. He walked 2,558 times in his 22-year career. 2,558 times he walked in his complete career. 1,947 of those were in San Francisco when he played there. So that's 15 years. Bonds led the league 6 times. He led all of baseball 6 times in walks. 2004, 232, which by the way is the current record holder for the single season walks in a year. 2002, 198, that's second all time. 2001, 177. That's third all time. 1996, 151. 2003, 148. And 1997, 145. You can see that he knows when to swing and when not to swing. Okay? Some of those were intentional walks, which I will give you. So to counter that he is the record holder for most home runs, a lot of people think that that was a fluke, that he was on steroids. To counter those people who are saying that the home runs that he held were because of steroids, let me tell you this. He is the career holder of 73 home runs in a single season. He's got career home runs of 762, which is the record, over Hank Aaron, who had 755. People want to argue that he shouldn't own those records because of the steroid accusation. But he won MVP 7 times, 2 times in Pittsburgh, which was before he was accused of being on steroids. That's number 1. Barry Bonds was the first player in MLB history, the first player. And this is not a bad stat. This is not like, well, he's the first player to get a walk and hit and strike out all in the same game. It's not a bogus stat like that. He is the first person in baseball history to have over 500 home runs and 500 steals in a career. No one has done it. Not Willie Mays, not Henry Aaron, not Babe Ruth, not Ted Williams. No one. No one has done it. He is the best option for the Giants as a hitting coach when Mullins leaves. And he will be successful because he did go in, he played in AT&T Park, he has the home runs to prove it, and he also had one of the best bat eyes in history.